Yes, hello friends. As we know, from this year we are going to have the new syllabus CBCS pattern for MSc 2. Uh, for third semester, we are having papers, four geological papers, and for this year, as you know, in previous year you were having in your first semester, that is AEC, ability enhancement course. uh, for this semester also we are having same type of paper, AEC2 ability enhancement course, that is non CGPA, and the another one EC elective course, that is considered to be Swayam MOOC course, and the credits could be given as specified by the Swayam MOOC. So that are the two additional papers, and other papers, as we know, we were having in our uh, previous years also. First paper, hydrogeology, that is CC 301, CCS 302, that is geophysics and exploration methods. Then third is geochemistry, and the fourth one is the optional paper, elective paper, that is from gemology and industrial mineralogy, mining geology, marine geology, and geoinformatics. We have made available the mining geology only. So we are going to study that mining geology, and two non CGPA, that is AEC and EC, uh, ability enhancement course and elective course from Swayam MOOC. So for this year I will be teaching you the paper geochemistry, CCS 303, geochemistry. And from that, if we go by the syllabus, first point is origin and abundance of elements in the earth, solar system, and its constituents. As we know, our subject is related to all the other science subjects, as it is related to chemistry also. So we have to study the geochemistry of all elements, and what is the composition of the earth. We study actually earth thoroughly in our subject. So we have to study the geochemistry of earth, and with that all whole the solar system also. So first of all, we need to know the origin of all those elements, how those elements might have been originated. As we already know, we consider that earth has been made from earth and the solar system actually, or the universe. uh, we consider it has been made from a big bang, isn't it? You definitely might be knowing, you have learned it in your previous years, that the whole the universe is made up from the big bang, that is supernova explosion that we call it. That's through that supernova explosion, all the fragments after that explosion has dispersed in the universe, and after that dispersion, some aggregates of some pieces, fragments, made a particular galaxy. Another aggregates of fragments made another galaxy. Likewise, in that one of the galaxy, we are having our solar system, and due to that sun, star's energy, as it has been blasted, all that particles might not be creating their own energy in that intensity actually. So the stars are still creating their own energy. Particularly some bigger particles we consider as stars, and the smaller particles we that has been gone away from that stars, that stop to create the energy. In that whole manner, we consider one group of that star and other galactic matter as our solar system. in that all our planets are there. uh, then our star is there, that is sun. And the sun, as it is having still creating its own energy, and all those planets are away from that star, so they have slowly started to cool down. And cooling down means we know it's getting crystallization process started. Crystallization process start जसं झालं तसं we can consider that heavier matter, that is dense material in the earth, means initially it might be in gaseous, some matter might be in gaseous state, that might have been cooled down and converted into liquid state, and then again cooling converted it in solid state. Slowly, before coming to solid state, the heavier matter uh, sunk beneath at the bottom of that particular earthच्या bottom मध्ये, in the sense center, from all sides, whole the surfacial matter, from whole the surfacial matter, as we consider earth as a whole rounded, and that round surface is surfacial matter, and that from that surfacial matter all the dense matter, heavier material sunk at the center of the earth. So we already know it's made of heavy material, that is nickel and iron, knife we call it. Likewise, next level, that is the core, made from nickel and iron, and likewise next level we consider as a mantle, and the next level, upper surface, that we consider is crust. So how this distribution, this differentiation has taken place, that we can consider through the origin of elements. That is, advances in nuclear physics allowed Burbage, Fowler and Hoyle in 1957 to propose that cosmic abundance of the elements could be explained by nuclear reactions taking place in stars. So as I have already described that initially that supernova has blasted it out, and then the stars itself that are containing that material, that nuclear reactions might have gone under that, and it has started to create the elements, and that abundance we get today. In their model, elemental matter started with hydrogen, which formed the primitive matter from which stars were made. The individual steps in this synthesis are that I am going to explain what are the steps, individual steps. Initially, it was hydrogen which was formed, means might be from the escaping gases from the cooling of that particular liquid material on all those planets, stars. We are considering not only about earth, we are considering about this cosmic abundance and cosmic origin of elements on whole of the in the whole of the universe, how all those elements might have been originated. On an average, we are considering these things. So initially it might have been formed hydrogen through the gases, escaping of gases, and the next step from hydrogen, so we consider hydrogen as one of the most occurring element on earth. So first step in that, hydrogen burning to produce helium, that is the first step. After that, after production of hydrogen, it might have taken place hydrogen burning to produce helium. Helium might have been produced due to hydrogen burning, that is the next step. And hydrogen burns by successive proton capture to produce helium, 3 helium, at temperature of 10 to the power 7 degree centigrade, means 10 to the power 7 degree centigrade, 7 zeros in front of 1. That much of degree centigrade temperature might have been created this hydrogen burning to produce helium. So then next step we can consider in that is helium burning by 3 body collisions or triple alpha reactions take place at the temperature in the order of 10 to the power 8 degree centigrade and densities of about 10 to the power 5 gram per cubic centimeters. Means latter stage is helium burning, and three body collisions, different three bodies might have been collided to form triple alpha reactions, and that has been taken place at that temperature of 10 to the power 8 degree centigrade, and that material might be having the densities of 10 to the power 5 gram per cubic centimeters. This process provides a mechanism for keeping the unstable nuclides with masses of 5 and 8. Then the carbon 12 produced can then add helium 4 to produce oxide 16. Means this process might have been produced carbon 12, and later again helium 4 might have been added to that carbon 12 to produce oxygen 16. So these are the stages of formation of all those एलिमेंट्स. त्यातले आपण पहिला हायड्रोजन बघितलं, हायड्रोजन बर्निंगनं हेलियम बघितलं, हेलियम बर्निंग होऊन कार्बन बघितलं, कार्बनमुळं अजून पुन्हा ऑक्सिजन हॅज बीन फॉर्म्ड. मीन्स दोज आर द stages, and then at this point in a star's evolution, hydrogen has been converted to helium 4 and the helium 4 into carbon 12 and oxygen 16 with the accumulation of some nitrogen 14. Means again in this process, helium burning process, initially hydrogen formed, hydrogen burning process has formed helium, helium burning process has been formed carbon 12, again some helium addition in that carbon 12 has produced oxygen 16, and it has accumulated some amount of nitrogen 14 also. So these are the stages of formation of those elements. So this is second stage, that is helium burning. I think it's time, so we will stop in this lecture here and we will continue the next third process of formation of element in the next lecture. Thank you.